welcome back to another episode of Rusted Up Garage. As you guys saw in our last video when we ended it, things really went a little crazy and we yanked the frame out. Well, as you can see, we are here at my buddy Dean Ramey's, and he has this really awesome steam cleaner. So we are now going to start steam cleaning this frame and prepping it. So be sure to like and subscribe, and we're going to wash up these parts today so we can get them ready for paint and get this car back together. So, take it, Zach. Okay, so I'm a freaking mess. I've been using the old Squirter 2000. Actually, I think that's a Squirter Hotter 2000 because it's like hot and like 2,000 degrees. So yeah, it's definitely the hotter Squirter 2000. Anyways, sorry, I've been rambling. It's been a long 2 hours of washing, or 3 hours, or how many hours have I been? I've been all the hours.
Yeah.
You can tell basically by the way I am. But I've been all the hours, but look at the finished product. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this. Look, hey, look at that. There is no grease on this freaking thing at all. I mean, it cleaned it. And what's so cool is look at all these welds. I mean, they're like, them ain't machine it welds. They welded these suckers by hand back in the day. I didn't even know that. It's crazy. But look how freaking clean this freaking car is now. I mean, it needs little cheek pokering on some areas. But removing the frame was the smartest thing we did. So, but I got to give a huge shout out to Dean. They own RC Hauling. He does bobcat work, dozer work. He does all kinds of that work. And he can give you a foundation up through finished grade to, I just need stone in my driveway. So, huge shout out to RC Hauling. I'm going to have Zach do a little pan on their door, and we'll put their stuff below, but he let us use his, there we go, RC Hauling. We'll put their number and name in the link below, but a huge shout out to Dean and RC Hauling for letting us come use his steam cleaner 2000 that I just named it, and letting us power wash this frame, because it's amazing. It's like night and day. I mean, we did all the parts. I mean, like, we didn't even know it had A-frames, but it did. So, I mean, it's amazing. So, as you can see, it was worth dropping the frame. I know it was like, oh, we dropped the frame, but at this point, I'm gonna bring it home, put on some stands. I'll run the cheek poker on it. We'll wipe it up and clean it up real good, and then, you know, we're gonna rejuvenate on it, and it'll look new for 1955. But yeah, so that's what we've been up to on this fine Sunday, and I need to basically go home and clean up myself. I think. Zach's still clean. I don't know how that happened.
It's because you were running the wand.
Yeah, I was running the wand. But yeah, it's been a good day. So, again, shout out again to RC Hauling and Dean. Big thank you. And we'll see you for the next part. I don't even know what that is. Probably cheek poker. Howdy-ho! Whew, sorry. This cheek poker's getting the best of me. So as you can see, I'm really cleaning her up. And just, you know, running the cheek poker at all. I'm getting rid of all the old undercoating that was on the sides of the frame that made it look yucky. Since I'm gonna paint it, I still gotta do the middle, but I mean, you can look how nice that came out. Just cheek pokering it. I mean, this thing is, I mean, she's nice. This thing's gonna paint up so clean. So I'm getting there. I gotta finish this side, I gotta do the middle, and then I gotta flip it over and do the bottom. And then I gotta wash it again. Probably run the cheek poker over it one more time. Wash it again, etch it. I gotta blow some exhaust holes in it, because you know, right now she's single exhaust, and it's gonna be dual exhaust. So I gotta cut the holes to match that on this side over here. Cut off the old brake stuff, because you know, basically the brakes ain't there no more. They're more up in here. But get the frame finished, and then I gotta basically do the same thing to that, except for I'm not gonna remove all the material because I am gonna undercoat it. But I'm gonna get it all off the fenders and all the, just the mass quantity of it. Try to make it, you know, as nice as we can. It's out now, so it's pretty easy just to clean it up, but I'm just happy it ain't greasy. I mean, you guys remember before, you know, how bad these were. I mean, you saw it. Old Ernest even said, ew. It was pretty much that bad. You know, but now she's, I mean, you can almost eat dinner off from it. I mean, I wouldn't this second, but you can almost eat dinner on it. Maybe we'll feed Zach dinner on it. That'd be pretty nice. But anyways, I get back to work. I can't keep chatting. Can only go so long before my hands are just like jello. But I mean, you can see I clean that up. That's nice, nice and smooth. Smooth. Unlike me, just gonna keep that thing right in my face, ain't you? Right in my beak. I'm on break. Break time. Go follow Zach around. Here we are, another beautiful weekend. You guys watched the beginning of this video, which was last weekend when we, you know, pulled the old frame out and we brought it over to Dean's, and we, you know, we washed it about 17 times. And then when I brought it home, every day this week after work, I've been running the old grinding wheel on it, and I got it pretty clean. I mean, this thing's, I mean, you can almost eat lunch on this thing now. But, so what I've done is we've prepped this whole thing for paint. I've used, I'm gonna show you the product in there. It's KBS products that it's in there. And I've used, they have like a 3-step process of a clean and a blast and then a seal, and then we're gonna do a top coat. And I'll show you that in there. But as you can see, the frame is ready. So my plan is I'm gonna spray this side 2 coats. And then we're gonna flip the frame over, and I'm gonna spray the other side 2 coats. And then we're gonna flip the frame back over, because this stuff dries pretty quick. And then I'm gonna do the UV top coat, blacktop sealer stuff, which I'm gonna show you in just a minute. So, when we're done here in a couple hours, this baby's gonna be shiny black, because black is beautiful. But I just wanted to give you a, you know, what she looks like. I mean, you remember this? Remember how bad that was? I mean, you couldn't even touch this before. So, you see, it's really come a long ways. But let's go in the shop. I'll show you what we got. Are we professional painters? Heck no. Do we watch YouTube? Heck yeah. Do we know what we're doing? I already said that. Let's go. So what we got here, which Zach probably needs to adjust. You got to do some adjustments.
Nope.
No, she's good. Zach said it's good. So we have all the products here. Oh, that's all the take apart stuff back there. As you can see, it's all in bags. Everything's wrote on, so I know where it goes. But we got ourselves. I got this gun here. It's just a HLVP 30 PS max inlet. It's a DeVilbiss brand. It's basically the where did I get this thing? We figured.
Summit, we think.
Or the other paint place. We've been buying paints from. Eastwood. I don't know why you can't ever think of Eastwood when I say that.
No, but we looked. You didn't buy from Eastwood.
No, but they sell it on Eastwood, Zach. Just calm down.
Yeah.
Psst, psst.
We're not going to be doing that like the TV.
Psst. Okay. So it wasn't an expensive set. It does come with 2 guns, a couple different tips. And then Zach bought this converter kit thing because he thought I needed it. And it basically turns it into a PPS gun, you know, with all the fancy stuff because you know how Zach is. You gotta have all the, so it has all the fancies on it. Told me this is the way to go. So, I mean, back when I was spraying in my 20s, I had a nice DeVilbiss top load gun, but I haven't painted it since my 20s. And I was actually a pretty good painter for not being a painter. So anyways, we got that guy. And this is the products we're using. So we're using this KBS coatings. KBS, ooh, look at that. Can you see it now? KBS coatings rust seal. It's permanently seals corrosion, it says right here. Paint over rust, which we don't have. We cleaned everything up. So we follow the instructions using their clean, their blast, and now we're using their seal. So we're gonna give 2 coats of this. It says basically you don't reduce it by much. If you do, you use their thinner. And then once it's dry, we're gonna hit it with this permanent UV stabilizer black top chassis coater, permanent black chassis top coat. It's rock hard and flexible. It's rock hard and flexible. I'm not even gonna take that one, but you can brush it or spray it. It's self-leveling black finish. So basically, if you can't even paint and you can brush, you can totally make your chassis look, we hope, like new. So, but KBS has some really cool products. They got some tank seal that we're gonna use after we do our tank. They have really cool undercoating. I got an undercoating gun we're gonna be using on the car and stuff like that. So you're gonna see KBS a lot. Again, I've never used their products, but the website says they're good.
And it's made in the USA.
And yes, USA. They don't really say it here, but it does all over the website. I mean, they are US made. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and pour some crap in here. We're gonna hook it up to that. We're gonna do some test sprays, and then we'll spray, and we'll set the camera back where I can get overspray on it, and you can kind of follow along. See, I'm smarter than the average bear. I'm gonna make a hell of a mess here. Is there really a choice?
Unless you got a fancy pourer for that thing. No.
So we're gonna bring her up to the 600 mark.
Not too bad, actually, on the mess department.
No? We'll go ahead and just lid this off a minute. I think I'm gonna put just a splash of that.
Yeah, it was a little bit thicker.
I'm not talking a lot. We're talking like that much.
Well, maximum would be to the 650 by volume. And really it said minimum would be half that. So.
I think that's good. We're gonna go with that. now we just got to let it dry for a few minutes, flip it over, and I'll paint everything from the bottom and second coat all the vertical surfaces, and then this will be done. Let it set up for about an hour or so and switch into top coat. But darn, I mean, that thing's, you know, you said you wanted a powder coat, but this is pretty nice looking.
Yeah, don't look too bad.
I mean, this stuff is phenomenal. I mean, it lays, it's like glass. I mean, look back there. I don't know if Zach can you see it. Look at the top of the frame. Look at me, it's just like glass. This stuff's amazing. So far, super happy with it. Said, let me get this laid down. The only thing is, it's been slow to dry. Dry time's been really slow. I think it's just the product. So, because it can be brushed or rolled, so obviously it's got to be a little bit slower. Dry time. But the center, like I said, center's done. Let me hit down this frame rail, come around the front, and then the painting's done on the frame. I mean, we got tons left to paint, but the frame is done. Thank you. So we've gotten our 2 coats of seal coat down. I mean, this thing looks phenomenal. I mean, God, I'd like to leave it just like this. I mean, it is nice, but it's not UV stable, they said. Whatever. I don't know, but we're gonna put a top coat on anyways because that's what it's said to do. But I had a little bit of extra paint left. I mean, there's not a lot. You know, not enough worth saving, putting in a container. I have another whole quart. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, what am I gonna do with my paint? Looking at my old forklift over there, and I'm like, the forklift could really use a rebuild. You know, I was thinking about, you know, just giving it a rebuild. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rebuild on it. Okay, you just watch. I mean, basically, I'm just gonna come over here and look. I mean, it's gonna be like new, like new. Did I prep it or clean it? Yeah. Okay, so basically I'm out of paint now, but I mean, you can see it's practically new now.
Looks better on camera.
I mean, it's new. So when I have some leftover top coat, because, you know, if I have a little bit, whatever I have left, I'll just, you know, I'll go ahead and just give her a coat. It'll be like new. I mean, I feel it. At least an extra 10 horsepower. Okay, I gotta go get cleaned up for the next stuff.